Wednesdays really do come round so quickly, don't they? It's madness. Normally I'd say something funny here. Oh well. Welcome to Masters of None. Coming up on tonight's show, we have a Q&A to celebrate our 20th episode. Definitely not just doing it because we can't think of anything else to do. And we always plan to do it because it's our 20th episode. Of course, we have our picks of the week sometimes, maybe, who knows. So welcome to episode 20. Ask us anything to celebrate our 20th episode. Surely we could have some fireworks or something? Wow.
Oh, God.
Happy 20th episode!
Happy 20th episode.
You sound terrible.
I feel terrible. But I'm here and I'm doing it because I couldn't cancel it again. I've cancelled it twice because I've been ill. They couldn't do it a third time.
You sound as bad as I did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but not as bad as when we did the Wish unboxing because I couldn't speak. That was a rough one. I'm here.
Back and forth. I told you we shouldn't use tongues. Told you. You wouldn't listen.
Tongues.
Forget it.
Oh,
Tongues. I was insinuating that we're having a gay relationship.
Oh, right. Okay.
Brilliant. Your betrothed has spoken.
She has. Betrothed. Doesn't that mean that I'm going to get married to her?
Well, you might. I don't know.
Also, whilst we're on the subject of your mess ups, did you see the credits where you did a capital U and a capital S?
Where?
You said, I think, join us, and the J was capitalized, but the U and the S were capital. Doesn't matter. We also have The Distance, acoustic duo. Hey, congrats, gents. 20 whole episodes. I don't know whether it's whole episodes. A lot of it is us trying to find stuff that we're going to be talking about.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and we also have Mr. Watts, 20 episodes, and here we are. Yeah. 20 episodes of absolute tripe.
You say tripe, I say guff. Potato.
I was going to say a different word, but I'm going to try and allow this video to be monetized.
Let's try and keep this monetized. Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it fucking goes, shall we?
Brilliant. We're having a Q&A. You can tell he's over 10. He's over 11,000. He doesn't really need the money. Whereas I would then again, I get about 2 views on mine. Anyone who's watching on Chris's channel, maybe 1 week, try and watch on my channel.
Go over to Adam's channel and watch his. Come on, everybody. Everyone go over to Adam's channel. We'll sit and wait.
I need the views. So, yeah, this is a little celebration, really, because I don't know what we expected when we started these. I personally didn't think we were going to get to 20 episodes.
No, I didn't either. I thought you'd probably do a couple of weeks and then get bored. I think we've done quite well. Like, what's the word? I'm peeking here. Hold on. Let me just turn down my microphone a little bit. Not consistency. That's not the right word. That's not what I'm going for.
Anyone who's just joined us and this is the first episode you've watched, it's kind of like this, to be fair.
Yeah. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but just damn determination that we're going to keep going.
We enjoy it. This is our space, really, to be honest with you. We do it because we love to make videos. We do it because we love to chat, and we do it because we love beer. However, I guess you're not drinking this week.
I'm on a Coke.
Should get some rum in that.
No, thank you.
If you'd like to, please ask away. We have dropped a lot of viewers since you said that, so I'm hoping everyone's going to rejoin us on my channel.
Yeah, I would hope so. Oh, we've lost nearly everyone. We've got one person still watching. That's brilliant.
So if anyone does have a question, is there any point even saying should I start at least until this was even?
Come on, put the comment on, put it on for everyone to share. Oh, piss. There we go. Has it gone again? Should have done this from the start, at least until the subs are even. Then it's a Wrestle Fest.
Yeah, Masters of None.
Oh, that's us.
MON.
Yeah. Well, stick with Adam's channel. Then we get the AdSense for. No, we don't get anything because I've ruined that. Oh well.
Until
Right.
you're going to be watching forever. So if anyone has any questions that you have for us, whether it be about the industry that we work in, if you're in the same industry, or anything with regards to gear, with regards to our YouTube setups, with regards to any of the videos that we make or anything like that, feel free to ask, or just what hair product Chris uses, because I'd love to know.
I haven't got anything in it at the minute. It's just El Natural
I'm just
fluffiness.
Just jealous.
I need a haircut.
Can you send it over to me?
This is good then. That'll be why you don't get any views, mate.
Why is
Okay. We have a question. Let's have a look at our first question. This is an interesting one, and I think you should answer this. Here we go. So the question is your thoughts on the Sony A7 IV and the GH6, and we've kind of been touching on the A7 IV, but what do you reckon, mate? You've used the GH5S quite a bit. You've used the A7 III a lot. What do you reckon? What are we thinking?
My first dip of the toe with mirrorless cameras was the GH5S. I got it when I was out. It was actually a company I used to work with in-house, and they got the GH5S. And I don't know much about the GH6 coming out, although I really should get my knowledge there. My experience with regards to the GH5S was stabilization was fantastic. Loved the in-body stabilization, mainly because it's a micro third sensor. So I think they still upscaled, so they were able to do some kind of jiggery pokery in there. That's kind of pretty much what Panasonic call it. It's the only thing I appreciated with the Lumix, other than the mobile app. The mobile app that Panasonic have made is amazing. With regards to the A7 III, it's better in pretty much every other respect. Low light capability, quality. They're the same in, the bit depth and the color rendition and all that. I prefer the colors in the Sony. With regards to the A7 IV, if we're looking down the line, I'm not in the market purely because I don't have the money to invest in a new camera right now. I've seen the specs, or I've seen a selection of the specs for the A7 IV. Personally, I don't think it's enough for me to jump ship or upgrade. I don't feel the need to upgrade, personally. Although that 10-bit color depth would help. Is it 422 as well?
Yeah. So is the GH6. And the GH6, I've just been researching because I know nothing about the GH6. 10-bit sorry, 10-bit 4K 120 frames a second. Does 5.7K and 60 frames a second.
10-bit
4K 120 frames a second. Yeah. But micro four thirds. Micro four thirds always puts me off because if you're shooting in low light, it's always gonna suck, pretty much. And the sensor is so small.
Yeah, and sorry to cut across, but the stuff that you do is even more run and gun. The most of the stuff that you do is even more run and gun than what I do. And the problem with that is that you have pretty much no handle on the lighting.
Yeah.
So that would, I agree with micro four thirds. That's what puts me off. Ever.
But the GH5S was quite good in low light, wasn't it? Like very good in low. No,
right. No. As I said, the stabilization was fantastic in it. I also like the flat color profiles of the GH5S, but everything else, no. It was the A7 III, and I can do much more with the A7 III. In fact, there was a time I was working in a house where I got my hands on the Sony, and I switched. In the same setup that I was doing with the GH5S, I switched with the A7 III, and just the quality was much better for me. It's a full frame, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You get it's a 6K sensor downscaled to 4. So personally, if I was in the market for each, I think it would have to be a real specialist requirement to go with the Lumix over the Sony.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I'm not sold on the A7 IV as yet. I may wait for it to come down, or I might wait for all the A7 III owners to start selling and pick up a cheap one. The A7
We've just had a comment saying that you're wrong, which is always nice to see. I think you're getting the GH5 and the GH5S wrong, the wrong way round, Adam. No IBIS in the GH5S, but the low light is pretty decent quality. I've read that. See, I thought the GH5S was good in low light, but I don't know.
In all honesty, at the time, maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe it was user error. I took it with me to a factory, and I didn't really get any decent results from it. But maybe it was user error. Maybe it was far too early on in my experience, and I was pretty much brand new. So yeah, okay, take all that and switch it. I personally, I just preferred the A7 III. The GH5S is certainly not as good in low light as the A7 III. And maybe my requirements at that time and at the crossover, I needed even better in low light personally.
So if you had the budget for either an A7 IV or a GH6, you'd go A7 IV.
I'm invested in the Sony ecosystem anyway, so I think I would stick.
Well, on that note, James has asked, how are you getting on with your new Tamron lens? Is it good? Do you like it? All right, that's that question out today.
I've done a couple of shoots with it now, and it's the Mark 1. It's the Mark 1, obviously, because the Mark 2 isn't out yet. It's a lot heavier than I thought it would be. It's pretty much, it's only got 5 mil on the front end, more than the kit lens, but it's a much heavier piece of glass. Reassuringly so, I'd say. I've used it on 2 shoots now, 1 video, 1 photo, and the focus on it is brilliant. So good. And it's 2.8, but get it to about 3.5, maybe the next one up. What's that? 4 point whatever, 4.0. Thanks. And it's really sharp. 2.8 is sharp, but those, yeah, all the way up to something like 6.3. I was seeing real sharpness. I haven't gone any narrower than that just because the lighting wouldn't allow. But oh no, I did some product shots with it as well. And at F9, I've been doing a lot of product photography for a client, and I can just see side by side that compared to even the sharpest lens we had. It's just it's beautiful. I love it. So happy I've got it.
That's good then. Maybe I'll get one. I was tempted when you told me that you were getting one, but it hasn't got IBIS and in-body. No, not IBIS, because that's in-body image stabilization. IS, there you go.
OSS.
Whatever it's called, I don't care. It's IS on Canon.
Yeah, but we're talking.
What does OSS stand for?
Optical steady shot.
There you go, that thing. Yeah, I ain't got that.
It's the funny thing, isn't it, between camera makes? We've just switched Emma from the 70D to the A6300, and she's like, "Where's TV?" It's like, nah.
What's TV? Shutter speed?
Yeah, on Canon, TV is shutter speed. Like, what?
It's really
we're back
annoying.
to S and M. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
So I think Sony have nailed their abbreviations. Next question. You ready?
Yeah.
We've just received our second A7 III, and we hate gigging. Shh. Where do we start with building a video and photography portfolio? I mean, I can answer this one. You've already got an amazing portfolio.
Yeah.
Like a stunning portfolio.
Agreed.
All your videos are just like incredible. So if it was me in your position, I would be focusing on making videos for other bands. That would be a great thing for you to do. And you've got all the kit. You've got a brilliant looking lounge. I still don't believe you that you film all your videos in your lounge. I just don't believe you. I want a behind the scenes video of you in your lounge, and I want you to walk out of it and go into your kitchen. That's what I want, because I still don't believe you. But you've got all the kit, you've got all the lighting, you've nailed the editing. You're just good at what you do, and you are really good videographers anyway. So I'd say market to the people, market to your friends. That's what I would do.
I
Saying, do you
completely
want brilliant
agree.
videos like this?
Yeah, there's so many people who can turn their hand at different things. You already have your market nailed in terms of your portfolio. Exactly what Chris is saying. Use that portfolio and work in that. If then other things come in, go with them. But I would definitely start with music video, just because you understand the video, you understand the editing of music video as well, which is the hardest thing. You can get all the footage you like, but if you can't put it into one seamless, lovely bit of art, which is what Chris does with his wedding videos, it's effectively, especially the what is it called? The feature thing. What's that called? Highlight reel for it. That's a music video in itself, and you've got that ability. So yeah, completely that. Yeah.
And also you could, I know you've got your like proper home studio set up now, so you could market to people like, come and record the track, and then in the evening or the next day, come and film the video for it.
Yeah, and charge them twice.
Yeah, charge them both. Do a package deal. And then also, like, you know how to make it sync. You know all of those quirks when it comes to making music videos. So unless that's not what you want to do. I mean, if you want to go out and shoot a wedding, that's a different question.
Well, there's a certain series that's just started on YouTube. It looks very informative, doesn't it?
With a much healthier version of me in it, because I've filmed it all already.
I'm looking forward to that. It was a really good video on Monday, and it's a lovely. It was the perfect whetting of an appetite. It really was. It was good. Looking forward to the rest of that season.
Yeah, season. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be at the minute, because I haven't limited myself because I messed up the intro video. So yeah. Next. Right, what have we got here? What are your thoughts on the A7S versus A7S3 versus the FX3? If you could, which one would each of you get?
Chris, go first.
FX3.
You would not.
I would.
Why?
Because it's essentially the A7S3 in a different body.
All right.
And I love, like, the body has like an inbuilt cage on it. So instead of having to own a cage, you can put accessories directly on. You can screw it directly onto the body. I love the look of it. It's like, what's it? Steel. What's it called? Brushed steel? Steel?
Yeah. Brushed aluminium.
Is that what I'm thinking? Gunmetal grey. That's where I was going. Yeah, I just love the look of it. And it doesn't look like an A7S3. And I think it looks very pretty. I'm very much a fan of it.
And you can easily get, I mean, I did a review on the Eric preamp to go into your headphone jack, but being able to go straight in with XLR, that's always a nice touch as well. I like that. You know, the handle that you can get with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's got a flip out screen, so you know, and it's dedicated cinematic, which is always...
Sorry, does the A7 III have a flip out screen?
Which one are you looking at? The A7S3. I know the A7...
No. A7 III, the one you've got.
It's got as dire, in fact, a slightly less dire screen than the A6300 does. Comes a little bit further up, but there's so many hacks to actually get it out and all that. There's even a thing you can get with a little mirror. It's just stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's answered one of my questions for you then, pretty much.
Shall
I ask you that question now?
Yeah, go on.
So I've just sold... where is it? I've literally just sold this. I put it up for sale today. Let me get my face out of it. Is it going to focus? There you go. This little bad boy. This is an A7R2, which I bought for video, and it's not bad, but the continuous autofocus is really, really bad. So I'm going to swap it for either the A7 III or the A7C, which is almost the same as James's question, but a generation behind.
Yeah.
So if you could have the A7 III or the A7C now, which one would you have
for video?
Yeah, well, it does decent stills as well. I mean, it's pretty much the same camera in a different body.
No, but for your intention.
Yeah, I would. But I would be using it for video and stills, both of them, whichever one.
I see. I think I'd go for the A7C.
Yeah, that's got a flippy out screen. I realised today.
That it does. It has the same. It has the same chip as the A7 III.
Yeah, and it's full frame, but it doesn't look as impressive.
It doesn't
It
have
really
to.
doesn't.
It's a similar size to the APS-C lineup, to be honest with you.
Yeah, actually, I quite like that. So, yeah, I do like the look of it.
Mm.
Well, by next week's stream, I'll probably have one of the two.
God.
Don't know which one. Probably the A7C, because I like the idea of a flippy out screen.
I'd love the money of you.
What?
I'd love your money.
I just sell stuff, mate. I don't ever keep stuff for very long. I just buy it and sell it on and get someone else.
Yeah. I just need more stuff to sell.
Yeah, I've accumulated a lot of stuff over the 10 years I've been doing this. So if I want something, there's always something I can sell in order to get something else. Usually.
Yeah, I get that. I completely get that. Next up, technical question. Is the focus sharper f9 than, say, 1.8? I mean, the bit of the 1.8 that's actually in focus. And take it?
Do I want to take it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The higher the aperture, the sharper the focus generally, depending on the expense of the lens. So if the lens, well, probably not. If you spend £10,000 on a lens, it's probably still going to be sharper at like f4, f6, f8 than it would be at 1 point. Whatever it is. I forgot that it was the hypothetical lens. I was thinking, what lens am I talking about? But there isn't a lens I'm talking about. So yeah, it's always going to be sharper the higher the f-stop. But it depends on what.
Yeah, to a point.
To a degree, yeah. So if you go up to like f14, f22, some lenses go, it starts to degrade. So f8 is kind of the sweet spot. If you can get it to f8, then you're going to be very sharp, but you're going to have very little depth of field. And I love depth of field. I'd rather have depth of field every day over having a super perfect image. So I always shoot a 1.4. Like always.
You do.
Yeah. Unless I'm outside most of the time. Like even then, sometimes I shoot f1.4.
You just crank your shutter because you don't.
I'll just crank my shutter because I don't care. Yeah. No one's ever said anything bad about my videos saying, "Ooh, you haven't been shooting at double the frame." Do you not
know the 180-degree rule?
I do. I just can't bring my brain around to the idea. It's double the frames. That's right. I was trying to think, is it shutter speed or frame rate? Double the shutter speed of the frame rate you're shooting.
So you're shooting at 100 frames a second. You can't go over 200th of a second. And I get that. But yeah, I go with you with that. And I'm glad actually you've said that, because we're both self-taught, and I often feel like such an amateur because I hunt that widest aperture I can get on everything that I do. Like I've, apart from a bit of product photography, which I needed to get the whole of the product in focus, I've lived at 2.8 on this. And that's just purely because of exactly that. I love shallow depth of field. I think it just gives everything just that little, you know what I mean? But yeah, so although that is exactly what Chris is saying, we're both saying, yeah, it is generally sharper the more closed down you go. It doesn't really bother me, and it doesn't really bother you. So yeah, it's good to know it, but you don't necessarily have to obey it.
When I used to work for a drone company in London, we whenever we used to shoot with a GH4.
Oh wow.
GH4, I think, was what we used. Might have been a GH5 in there at some point. I didn't ever really look at the camera. I was just camera operator. I was just spinning the camera around. But we always aimed for it to be at f8 to get the crispest, most perfect shots. And it did. It looked great. It looks so good. Yeah. So,
but you sacrifice the depth of field for that sharpness.
You don't need depth of field when you're on a drone.
That's very true. Yeah, well,
you want everything to be in focus. You want things in the distance to be in focus and close up, and it works a dream. GH4 with a
wasn't the MP2, the Mavic Pro 2, that had that's when the Hasselblad came in, wasn't it? And you were able to.
Yeah, you can do it. Like, there's a really good video of Philip Bloom doing it when he's going through some woods. But we were doing mainly like real estate and building projects and stuff where you want to see everything, not stuff where you're flying really close to stuff.
Yeah, you're not going for cinematic, you're going for detail.
No. Well, it was kind of, sometimes it was cinematic, but yeah, most of the time detail.
Stuff I read was quite nice, thank you very much.
Yeah, it was.
Good question.
Yeah, very good question.
What will your next lighting purchase be? Or what will be
How she says, what will be your next lighting? But both of us read these wrong. I don't know why.
I'd like to get some pano tubes.
I know somebody who's selling some of them.
I'm not buying them. I want them to be sent them. WeLight sent me their version, wherever that may be. Don't know where it is right now. And I love it. And I want a few of them, whether they're going to be in shot or not. RGB sticks where you can just place, and I just think they're lovely. I think that would be my next. I have three effectively, but I have two decent cob lights. One that's permanent there, same as you, and two that I can use. I've got the VL150 and the ML60. They do me great in everything that I'm shooting. So yeah, for me it would be RGB effect, but not an LED panel because they're absolute guff. Chris.
See, I've got quite a few cob lights now as well. I've got 3, and this, I can't even remember who makes this one.
That's the SL60W, isn't it?
No, the SL60W is mounted over there for the other setup. I genuinely can't remember, and it's quite high. Like I'm like still 3 feet away from it at the minute. I don't know who makes that one.
So would you get another cob light?
Sorry.
Would you be getting another cob light, or would it be something?
No, because I've got another one over there which I don't really use, and that one might be being swapped out for something soon because I just don't use it. I would like the Aperture light dome. That's technically a lighting accessory.
It's a modifier.
Yeah, but what's the question? What will your next light be? What will be your next lighting purchase? I think that counts. So I've got this is the Aperture Light Dome Mini up here, Mini 2, which I really, really like. I really. But I like the look of the big one. I definitely do. And
that's the big ball thing, right?
It's no. It's like this. It's just like a really big softbox. But I like the look of it. I do like the look of the dome thingy as well. That looks really nice. But if it wasn't that, I know something I am going to get before that, which is lighting. Have you seen? I don't know on what
smart lights in there, right? More smart lights in there.
Yeah. You might have seen them on TikTok. They're LED strips that go around the room, and they'll chase each other. So they'll chase around, and I want to put it around the whole of the inside of the shed.
Well,
it's only going to cost about 30 quid, but I think it would look great when you walk in. Yeah. And I'm going to make it so when I say, "Hello, Alexa," it all just like comes into life. That's the goal. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. It's going to be like Jarvis on Iron Man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good touch. I like it.
I want it to say back to me, "Hello, Christopher." That's what
I would love the Echo Dot to have more wake words than are available.
Yeah.
I want it to have more wake words because I'm looking to switch from the Google Home Mini to, I didn't trigger it, the Echo. But you've got it in there. And the amount of times that you and I are on some kind of speaker talky thing, I would trigger yours and you would trigger mine. But I don't want to be saying Amazon. I don't really want to be saying computer. I want to hack.
Right.
Good.
I mean, there's probably a very good reason why it's only those 3 words. Probably. I don't know what that reason is, but yeah. All right. Do you want to ask me? I mean, unless we've got any other questions, I mean, keep them coming if you want more questions. But we've also got some questions for each other.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, go. What is it?
YouTube or paid jobs? What do you have more fun doing and why? I know what it is for me, but for you?
What do I have more fun doing?
Hmm.
Depends what the paid job is.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have really, really good fun. Like when me and Anya went to New York and then we went to Canada and we spent 3 days in Toronto. That was freaking wicked. I loved it. And even at weddings, sometimes we have a right laugh. But on the whole, probably YouTube videos, because it's my passion, isn't it? It's what I love making. It's my outlet. It's my little creative space that I love tinkering with, and it allows me to tinker with new stuff. Like doing paid work is fine and it pays the bills, but in here, when I get a box delivered to the house and I don't know what it is, and I'm like so excited to open it up, and it's a new light or it's a new microphone or it's a NAS system or it's
Still waiting.
I'm thinking of something else I've got coming. A new gimbal. I have told you about the new gimbal.
You have, yeah.
Yeah, it looks
I
very
cried
good.
myself to sleep that night. You told me, yeah.
But I love playing with new toys more than anything. I love a new. Oh, my voice is going.
Here it goes, and it's the freedom, though, isn't it? That was beautiful.
Apologies, I should have muted.
Is it for me? It's the freedom and the fact that no one else is signing this off. Once you're happy with it, it's done. And if you want to go down some crazy way, whether it works or it doesn't, you can, and you're not beholden to anybody else. So yeah, in answer to my own question, it would be the same. It's just fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
You sound great.
Thanks. I feel great.
Yeah.
Remember that episode of Friends when Monica's got a cold and she's trying to seduce Chandler? That's what I feel like. Yeah. That's what I feel like.
I just caught myself on camera there. That was a really nice face I just pulled. I'm never going to pull that again.
Very good. Ooh. Right. So, in response to your question, where do you want your channel to be this time next year? Not necessarily stats, but like, what do you want to be doing this time next year?
Wow. The thing is, I guess this is why you're where you are with your channel, because you plan ahead and you think ahead and you think, right, what do I want to achieve with this and that? Whereas my mindset towards my channel hasn't really changed in the years I've been working on it. And I guess it kind of should. If for no other reason, I should at least treat my subscribers with at least some form of respect. And I don't really think I do, because I don't dedicate the time to it. But that's also because I don't really have the time right now. We're still quite a new production company. The production company that I run with my wife, and the YouTube is somewhere to play. I don't have the time to dedicate to play with it right now. Where I'd like to be with my channel, it's the outside factors that would affect that. And it would be, I would like enough work in our normal everyday life for me to be able to dedicate a certain amount of time each week to be able to work on it, to be able to dedicate the time to actually make the videos, to plan the videos. So yeah, I'd like to be in a position where I can dedicate time to my channel. The fact that you and I dedicate an hour each week for this stream, it's the most I've ever dedicated to my channel. And I guess that kind of shows in my sub count.
Maybe.
I'd like to be able to dedicate more time to it.
Yeah. I mean, I dedicate a lot of time to my channel, but I don't think my sub count is anything to do with that.
I think it
I think
absolutely does.
I think I got very lucky on 3 videos that I made. That's the only reason I've got 11,000 subscribers.
I don't know. Yeah,
Genuinely.
but you made them. But you made them, so you had the time.
I did make them, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
And
you
you-
took away those 3 videos, I'd still be on 2,000 subscribers. 100%.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Mm.
But I'm
Yeah.
hoping that the content I'm planning to do will transform my channel from an educational channel into an entertainment channel. That's what I want. That's where I'd like to be in a year's time. I'd like to have 50 or so people like the people who are watching this stream, who are engaged and like what I make, instead of people and watch it. Yeah.
And watch you for what you're doing rather than what they can learn from you, which is 90 to 95% of the people that will come to your channel and to my channel. They get it because they're searching for a problem they want to fix.
Yeah. And I like being able to solve that problem, and I like that it generates AdSense and it makes companies reach out to me and things like that. I'm going to probably stop doing review videos, I think, at some point, because they take a lot of time to do, and they never really perform how I want them to. I might do the odd one here and there if I think a product is particularly exciting, like a couple of products I do have on the way to me. So I'm going to keep doing it for now, but by this time next year, I imagine I'm not going to be doing it. And I have got some pretty fun plans for the channel going ahead. Sorry, I've just read Martin's comment. Which 3 videos? Oh, do you want to know which 3 videos? Yeah, I can tell you which 3 videos. The first one is how to use a Sony camera as a webcam.
And was it 2 months after that, Sony released a webcam software?
Yeah, and I made a video on that as well, and that did pretty well. I know the other videos off by heart. It's how to download videos and photos from Google Drive on your iPhone. I also did an Android variant of that, which did very well as well. And the other main one is how to use Microsoft Power Toys on an ultra-wide display. Without those videos, I probably wouldn't be anywhere near where I am. I remember the day that my how to use a Sony webcam video started to explode, because it did literally explode. It was sat there for about a month with no views, and then one day I logged onto the YouTube Studio app and I had like 8,000 views that day. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And then the next day it had 10,000 views, and then the next day it had 15,000 views. And I was watching it go up. I was like, something's going on here. And I was literally on the verge of quitting making YouTube videos. Like, like I was done. I was like, what's the point in me making YouTube videos? And then that video started to pick up pace and pick up pace and pick up pace. And then there were days when it had 20 or 30,000 views. And I was like, yeah, this is good. Right, I see. And then I'd only just become monetized as well. So my first month monetized, I made £500, which was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it was 580 quid, I think, something like that.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, there's a future in this. I could do this if I answer the right people's questions, or the right questions that people are asking.
Yeah.
Then I could definitely make a decent amount of money out of this, as well as have fun doing it. But that one has always been the best one, and it took me about 20 minutes to make. And should we just have a look at how much it's earned over its lifetime? Would that be an interesting fact?
Well, that kind of leads on maybe a little to the follow-up from Martin, which is, what did you learn from the high views of those videos? What did you learn from that?
Basically just make videos, like make as many as you can. It's not quality most of the time, it's quantity. And if you keep making videos with different topics in mind and answering different questions and solving different problems, then you're going to do well. You're going to hit on a little pot of gold eventually, but it is a lot of work to get there. And like some of my videos start off most of my videos start off really rubbish, and then they pick up eventually.
View count wise.
Yeah, eventually.
Mm.
And so the ones that do really well first off usually fizzle out very quickly. That's what I've found. I made £1,524 off of that 20-minute video.
Wow.
And I've gained 2.7 thousand subscribers from it.
That's brilliant. Off that one video.
It annoys me, mate. It really annoys me because those people don't care, and I want them to care a little bit.
Well, the thing is, the people that subscribe, they clearly care because they like the way that you did it. The problem is when you get subscribers from videos that isn't your norm or isn't the type of video that you want to continue to make, because then they're the ones who are going to fall off after they get enough notifications of videos that they're not interested in. So that's the problem with gaining subscribers from videos that you've made just to get the view. Not that you did, but from videos that you make because you think that's going to get loads of views. That doesn't necessarily go into the hierarchy, the theme of your channel as usual. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that one kind of fits. How to use a Sony as a webcam, because a lot of my videos are Sony camera related. But
I see what you mean. So the people who are actually looking at already have a Sony cam, so they may be interested in other things that you're talking about a Sony cam. I get that. I don't want to make James wait too long, but if you could change your YouTube space in one way, what would it be?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I think you and I are probably much the same.
Yeah, I know what you want.
Bigger.
I would like a space 10 times this size. It's 30 square meters at the minute. So this bit behind me is bang on half the space. So I've got this amount of space that way as well. But I'd love more of it. I should have built this place bigger when I did. But a bigger space just wouldn't have fit in my garden. So
is yours bigger than mine?
Yeah, I think mine's probably about double what yours is.
We're still talking about YouTube space, right?
No, penises.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, silly of me. That I didn't even need to ask that question, mate. I knew the answer to that. I would say the same. Just bigger. I would like higher ceilings as well, because I'd like to get lights and stuff much higher. I'm in a converted garage, and while my ceiling is higher than your standard room in a home, especially in a new build, it's still not quite high enough for me to fly stuff and to mount stuff that's definitely not going to be in the way. So yeah, I would go bigger.
Yeah, I'm really lucky in the height respect. I don't know if you've ever seen how high it is, but my roof is angled like that, and the peak is it's probably 9 or 10 foot. So I've got a lot of space up there. I'm actually going to convert this little, it's empty space at the minute, and I'm going to turn it all into cupboards at some point to store all of the other rubbish around me. But
nice. You could board it and have partial loft space.
Yeah, I'm going to board it on either side of the apex. So the apex is there, and I'm going to board it here, but with a gap in the middle, so I can stand up in the middle and still access everything.
So create yourself like some eaves.
Yeah, it's got eaves already.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, it's got eaves that go across. So I just need to put a board in it. It's a really simple thing to do, but I just need to get around to doing it. By the wood. Yeah.
By the wood.
Yeah, by the wood.
Good. Matt's best performing video is 60 seconds of Trump rapping.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
I've got a friend who posted a video of a baby photo shoot that was, I'll see if I can find it. It was something like 10 seconds long.
Oh, you've told me about this. It's the tiniest clip in the world.
Yeah, and it's had millions of views. most popular. Here it is. So that's loud. Let me share that with you. Oh, you're going to see all my browsing history, and it's just me looking for Sony A7 IIIs.
Isn't it funny? YouTubers search other YouTubers for reviews.
Yeah. There you go. So this 12-second clip with a bit of music. It's had 2.7 million views.
Wow.
It's not long enough for her to add an end card on it.
That's brilliant, isn't it? Has he gone? Do you know what he's just done? He's not even in the outside of the studio. He's literally just closed down that tab like an idiot.
No, I pressed leave studio instead of stop sharing screen. Yeah, but yeah, like my best performing video isn't something I'm particularly proud of. I know yours isn't something that you're particularly proud of either.
No.
Things become popular usually by accident, not by intention.
Yeah, and it's never the stuff that you're most proud of, or even that you've put the most work in. It's just, that's the thing though, isn't it? Even like photographers, you do a full shoot, and like say you go out and you get like, I don't know, some architecture, or you go and get some sunset pictures, not necessarily with people in it, and your favorite picture is probably not going to be the favorite of 9 out of 10 other people, especially non-photographers. They're looking for different stuff. We're looking for different stuff, and the stuff that you're most proud of never does as well as the stuff that you don't really care about. Can't be precious on YouTube. That's one thing that I've really learned. You can't be precious. They like what they like, and they don't like what they don't like. I actually have a person, and I don't know who they are, but they dislike every single video of mine. Within half an hour of a video going up, I get a dislike. You better not be. I swear, I'll block you. But yeah, I get a dislike on every single video. I have been done for about the last 18 months. They'll miss the odd one, but yeah, don't know what that's got anything to do with. But yeah,
at least they're committed.
Exactly. They're clearly a subscriber.
Yeah. Is the wedding trade picking back up again? Yeah, it's like nothing happened nowadays. We have had loads of bookings. We've shot probably 20 odd weddings this summer, which is pretty standard for us. We try not to do too many. Next year's absolutely insane. We've got 3 occasions of shooting weddings, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the same weekend, which I don't really like the idea of, but it's because everyone's rescheduled their weddings. That's what's going to happen. But yeah, it's absolutely back to normal in every sense. I shot a wedding on Friday, and there were 150 guests all running around sharing each other's saliva. It was as if nothing had ever happened.
Spreading even more COVID. We were at a shoot the other day, and it's a school. Won't say too much. It's an after-school kind of thing, and it's literally like COVID never happened.
Yeah.
And you just think, are we going into another winter like we did last year?
No.
I hope not, because we've obviously got the vaccine now, but who knows? Matt's come back. I'm secretly incredibly proud of the Trump rap, and not just because it angered half of America.
All right, come on, Matt. How do I've already been searching for it. How do I find it?
Send either him or me the WhatsApp, please. I've got WhatsApp web up. Have you?
Yeah. Come on, Matt. I want to see it. We're going to end the show on the rap.
Oh yeah, nice. I like that. Before we do go, Richard Walker, have you filmed anything on the cheap Wish camera yet? Oh, that's a good point. You had the spy camera. We haven't seen anything yet.
I haven't done anything with it. I don't even know where it is.
Have you played with it?
Here it is. No, I haven't even turned it on.
Well, make sure you're tuned in next week, because Chris has literally nothing else to do. So he can do his, a video on that. Does it have an inbuilt battery, or does it? Or just put it into a battery bank? Did we have this conversation?
Yeah, it only works. It's only got USB. For God's sake.
Amazing focus that.
It's only got USB. Look.
Okay, so power bank.
Meant for like popping in a computer and spying on your wife while she's having an affair. That's the idea of it. So I'm going to have to put it into a power bank. So walk around with it, which I think will be absolutely disastrous.
So what
All
I
right.
think you do is you need to put that onto a power bank and then put the power bank on a gimbal, and maybe a phone gimbal. That'll steady your shot a bit.
Well, I could mount it on a camera, on a gimbal with a power bank. I could do that. It'd probably be awful, but I'll try it if you want me to.
See how the creative juices are already flowing. It's amazing. But the thing is, with that camera, you don't know which way is up.
Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? I'll just flip it.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, mate, you're assuming that either that way or that way is up, but it might be that way.
No. It will be that way. It will be one of those two ways, definitely.
You reckon?
Yeah, because it's meant for putting that way around to spy on people.
Granted.
Very rarely do you see.
Yeah, but how cheap that's been made? What's the chance that it's actually like that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Degree angle.
Mm.
I'm still awaiting one from Matt. Have you got any WhatsApp from Matt?
No, I mean he could just put it in the YouTube comments if he wanted to.
Yeah, but we can't get it there, can we? Oh, we could copy and paste it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm sure it would work if you just clicked it. Yeah, well, we're not going to end the stream until that link appears, Matt. So.
Yes, absolutely. So make yourself comfortable, everybody.
Yeah, I've got as much time in the world. Well, until 9 o'clock anyway.
What are your both worst purchases over lockdown?
I know what mine was, but I've already touched on it before.
Okay, you go ahead. Let me have a think.
No, I don't know whether. Let me think if there's anything worse than that. I'll tell you something I did buy. I bought a motorized slider on eBay that a man custom builds. I might be able to get it down to show you.
Okay, you do that. I'm trying to find what Matt's saying in the comments. I'm looking up. I don't know what you're talking about, Matt. What you mean? Look up as in on your channel, or hold on. Let me have a quick look. Let me see if I can. I might be able to. Distance duo. Bear with. Seems though Matt's absolutely terrible at this, unless it's on a different channel. Sort by most popular. No, it's not on that channel. What channel is it on, Matt? Let us know. This is the what is that?
It's a motorized slider.
That already looks like someone's made it with a piece of Meccano.
They have made it. They've made it in their shed. And it was £100, and I thought, hey,
It's worth a punt.
There's a what they call
Bullhead.
Bullhead, yeah, mounted on the top of it. I'll take that. But I bought this. I think my mate bought one, and he said it was really good, and it was £115, I think. And I played with his, and I really liked it. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to pull the trigger. And a bloke just makes them in his shed in his spare time. Doesn't really make much money off of them, but just does it because he likes to do it. Broke like the second time I used it. So it only is supposed to go forwards and backwards, and it's supposed to bounce, and now it only goes one way
And stops.
Well, obviously I can't make it go any further because it's supposed to bounce. It's supposed to go backwards and forwards. So yeah, I messaged him and I said it's broken. He said send it back, and I said I would, and I never did. Yeah, so I've still got that.
Are you sure that this isn't your worst purchase during lockdown?
No, that was one of my favourites. And I don't think we're in lockdown anymore, so it doesn't count.
This came to me a couple of weeks back. I wasn't feeling too well, and I got this through the post. I'm going to cover my address because I don't want any more of this. Speedo sniffer. Worn for 48 hours before, as requested from Speedo Sniffers. And you open it up, and inside it says, now your postman thinks you're weird. You've been pranked.
Who was that from?
It came from, I think it was from my mum. It was from that idiot right there. I'm pretty sure, actually, that's probably your best purchase in the last couple of years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. I've literally got that to the side of my desk, so every time I look at it, I think of you in Speedos and sniffing your crotch. Matt, it's not in the chat. You
I've
haven't
got
put
it. I've got Matt's video ready to play.
I'm trying to think of my worst purchase. I don't purchase that much. Oh, that what's it called? The monitor that I got.
Oh yeah.
I paid 150 quid for that and it didn't work. Really annoyed with that.
The USB-C portable monitor that was supposed to take signal and power over USB-C, wasn't it?
I was really excited about that, and I thought when we start traveling again and we go travel vlogging, it's all right. I can get the MacBook Air because I won't miss the screen real estate because I can just hook them both up together, and that's cool. That's going to be my editing bay while we're away. And it didn't work, so yeah. I would get, if you're ever looking to get a secondary monitor for any kind of laptop, get the ones that are dedicated, that clip on and they come out the sides and all that. I haven't ever seen one of those or ever played with one of those, but I'd actually go.
But you're recommending it, so that's good.
Oh, yeah. Are you bored of it now?
What's your best purchase over lockdown, or in the past year? What's your best purchase?
I can't remember what I've bought.
You bought an A6300. That was quite good. You bought your Tamron lens.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you know what my best purchase has been? My best purchase has been a co-purchase of our subscription to StreamYard.
Hey!
So that we can continue to do this, because believe it or not, as much as we moan and all that, I look forward to this every week.
Yeah,
the big, you know what? The big thing that's trotted out and has been trotted out so much in the last 18 months is mental health. And I'm not very good at taking time for myself, although my wife would argue with that. But I'm not very good at just going, no. And you know, me and you have been on Discord playing Call of Duty a number of times, and Emma's been like, why are you doing a bit of work? And it's like, because I just want to play sometimes. And I've spent so many years, I worked in entertainment for years, worked on ships, you never get a day off. And this stream, whether one person's watching it, whether 10 people are watching, that would be great, wouldn't it, if 10 people watched it at a time? But I don't care who watches it. This is an hour that I have to dedicate every single week because we're dedicated for it. And as wet as that sounds, this is something I really look forward to every week. It'd be even better if I had someone good to talk to. But I mean, you do all right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just loading that up in the background. That's Matt's video.
But yeah, right. That's my best.
Well, I think that's a nice note to end our 20th episode special on. Maybe if we're still doing this after a year, I think we deserve a pat on the back to ourselves.
Let me finish with this.
Yeah.
If none of you have ever stuck around to watch the end, we do actually say, if you have any suggestions on future episodes, please let us know. Anything you'd like us to discuss, anything you'd want to ask, please feel free to let us know in the comments or get in touch with either of us on our channels. We have been thinking about actually getting a Facebook page up or something like that. I'm not too sure. We haven't really decided yet. But please do let us know. And
yeah, I want to address this as well. Gregory Buttocks. Oh, for God's sake, stop clicking the button. There you go. Can I ask questions here? I think we should let him have one question just because of that name. That's brilliant.
But please, the point I'm making is, if you do have any questions, if you do any subjects for future streams, please let us know in either the comments or get in touch with either of us, because we're kind of working out kind of what we think you'd like to see us discuss and what we would like to discuss. But if you could give us some input, that'd be great. Greg, go ahead with your question. I'm waiting for a question from Gregory Buttocks. I'm literally going to sit here and wait. Sorry, Matt, we are going to see.
Well, why don't we play Matt's video and then we'll come back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully you'll be able to hear it.
Go on.
Let's assume you can.
No, we can't hear that.
Why not?
Don't know.
Oh, because I'm not on the stream. All right, we'll just leave it how it is then. Hold on.
More than 200,000 people have died of coronavirus in the United States.
Hey, let me just tell you something. I don't care. People are dying. I don't care. Texas, Florida, I don't care. The black community, I don't care. I hope people are dying.
No, Mr. President.
I am a fraud like you've never seen. It should have never happened in 2016. I am absolutely insane. Antifa is my Tinder name. Stand back and stand by. President Trump lost thousands of lives. Racist till the day I died. I'm willing to do any crime. President Trump, between drugs and alcohol, is about as bad as anybody in this country. I haven't done a good job, and that's the way it is, unfortunately. But let me just tell you something. I don't care. Elderly people, I don't care. California's burning. I don't care. Justice Ginsburg, I don't care. Tremendous crowds, 25, 35,000 people show up. So far, we have had no problem whatsoever. I mean, I have a mask right here. I put a mask on it, when I think I need it.
That is absolutely brilliant. I'm not surprised. That's your best performing video because that's awesome.
Matt, what I want to know. Oh God, I'm getting a nosebleed on the wrong side. Matt, what I want to know. I watched loads of Cassette Boy, and he's brilliant. I'd love to know how long that kind of piece has taken for you to edit. I'd love to know that. We're really overriding, but please let us know that. Gregory Buttocks has asked, what's a good wide-angle lens for Canon bodies? Is this to get your buttocks in? I want to use it to make vlogs, live streams, and also preferably spying on my way. Well, a wide angle's not going to do that. You're going to need to really zoom in. You need at least a 300mm. Is this a wind-up, Chris?
I don't know. What would be a good lens for that? I'd say you'd want 2 lenses.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need 2. If you need to spy on your weird neighbors, you're going to need the long lens, like paparazzi style. So you need Canon, but we don't know if it's an APS-C or a full frame. If you're on the Canon APS-C, I would definitely say for the longer end, I go the 55 to 250 zoom lens because that's brilliant. I absolutely love that lens. And Alan, hello. Alan's come in with the wide 16mm RF 2.8. Thank you very much, Al. Lovely to see you. We did see you say hello, but you're late, so we'd like your excuses in a letter from your parents. Thank you. But there you go, 16mm RF 2.8 for the wide, and a 55 to 250mm to spy on your neighbors. That's covered that, hasn't it?
I think so, yeah. Do you know, knowing what you know, what would you have done differently regarding photography, etc.? Should we save that for another episode? Maybe we could cover that in a whole episode. We've got 10 viewers now. We should stay on for another hour, but I've actually got to go this evening. Before we do go, the last thing I want to address.
Sorry, no. Alan was watching a monkey and a pig. Is he referring to us? And which one am I?
I've just absolutely twatted my knee on my desk. Oh, it really hurt. Look, my watch has got Mickey Mouse on it. Look. And when I tap it,
it's 8:35.
Tells you the time.
Matt said it took 8 hours in total, lots of false starts and dead ends, and about 3 hours of trying to be clever instead of entertaining. Yeah, I get that. Are you reading Gregory Buttock's reply?
Oh, no, hold on. What lens is Chris using?
No, the one before. Go above Matt's comment.
Oh my God. My neighbor defecates openly in the back garden when I'm not at home. And I want to buy a good lens to capture high quality 4K footage with my EOS R5 and show it to the authorities as proof.
Do you think the authorities care whether it's 4K or HD?
Love to know if this is your subscriber or my subscriber.
Gregory, can you please let us know who you're subscribed to, whether it be Chris or I, please?
And I'm really sorry, but I've never used the Canon EOS R5. I don't know the RF lenses. I'm not very familiar with them. But it sounds great.
everything from Matt. Yes, Matt, you're absolutely right. Please do let us know in the comments of either channel any future suggestions for anything really, whether it be life plans or videos. Thanks, Chris.